Okay guys, so it is 9:41 right now on Sunday, June 8th. I'm currently reading The Summer We Ran by Audrey Engram. It is a contemporary romance. I'm pretty sure it's young adult. It should be. It doesn't seem like it's an adult book because there hasn't been a lot of cursing in it and it's not been spicy at all. I am only 64 pages in, so that could change within these pages. But it is seeming very young adult YA. I really liked the start of this book. It starts off giving you a lot of question and setting up the story to where like you want to know what happened, because it's a non-linear timeline, which if you don't know what that is, a non-linear timeline is basically when we get the main character's past and then also their present. So our main character Tess, we get to see her when she's 17 years old, and then we also get to see her when she's like in her 40s, I think. So we get to see her from her very young coming of age life to all the way into her adulthood, which is really cool. Since it's romance, our male main character Grant, we see that something happens between them from when they were 17 all the way to when they're adults, because we go from seeing them happy and together to seeing them not having seen each other for a very, very long time. So that obviously gives you the big question, why haven't they seen each other? What happened between them? Which is a very good way for an author to get you hooked. So I will say it is amazing. I think this book is also going to be very interesting because it has a lot of politics. I don't know if that will be a main part of the book, but like the main characters are in politics, and so we're definitely going to be seeing some aspect of the politics. We already have, where I am in the book, I've seen them have a debate because they're both running for like Virginia, I think, or mayor of Virginia. I don't know. I honestly don't know the terms. I forgot already because I'm stupid. Anyway, I'm on chapter 5, and that's page 64, as I said, which means the chapters are pretty lengthy. Probably like 10-ish pages, a little longer. I don't know if I already said this, but I started this book on a walk. I was listening to it on the audiobook. I really like the voices of the audiobook, and I really like Audrey's writing. She does a lot of showing and telling. She's very good at like together, I guess, because she tells you and she shows you. It's like her writing style is very pretty, I guess. I don't know. It's like, I don't even know how to say it, guys. I'm not good at this, but I'm trying to give you more background on the books I'm reading because I've seen a lot of other creators do this, so I want to do it too. I'm also giving you another glimpse into my house because the only views you've seen of my house are my room. I'll probably continue this a little bit more tonight, maybe try to get to page 100 at least. Seems like a good place to be at. I am also currently reading, I forgot what it's called. I'm reading the 6th book in the Shatter Me series, and I have that one on my Kindle, but I left my Kindle in my friend's car today, so I don't have access to that one, which I really want to get that done, because honestly, the Shatter Me series has started to exhaust me. Don't get me wrong, I really like it, but it is starting to exhaust the heck out of me. So I'm definitely going to need to finish that. Probably in this video too. I'm hoping to finish at least this book and the 6th Shatter Me book in this video. Maybe the 6.5 of the Shatter Me series. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for right now. I will probably check back in with you all maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. I don't know. It just depends on where this book is going, because I usually don't read romances, so I don't really know what to say. But I am definitely liking this one. Romance is definitely not a genre that I hate. I don't think, it's just not one I'm very interested in. This one was a very spontaneous pick for me. I saw it in Book of the Month and I was like, oh, pretty cover. Okay, I cart, bye. And that's what I was like. And so yeah, we are reading a romance. I'm definitely going to be reading this for a little bit. I think I'm going to try to get some physical reading in it instead of listening to the audiobook, since so far I've only listened to the audiobook. And I want to start picturing things in my own head. So far this is looking like a good, solid 3-4 stars. I wasn't gonna do an update this morning, but I have a little bit of time, so I decided I do have to go to work at 8 right now. It is 7:30 on the dot. Literally just turned 7:30. Last night I got to page 124. I didn't realize this, even though I should have, because when I opened the book it said part 1 test, but this book comes into parts, so I'm on part 2, which is from Grant's perspective, which is the male main character. Obviously, now that he has his own perspective. I'm really excited. I haven't read anything of his perspective yet. I'm really curious to see what his perspective is of all of what's happening. So far in the book, we haven't been given a lot of answers. There's been some answers given from the past and the present, but it's just not really that much. I'm really curious to see where this book goes. I'm really hoping to finish it today, but today I have work from 8 to 1, and then I have to go to the gym. I don't have to, but I went to the gym, which I might listen to the audiobook while I'm there. I don't know, my headphones sometimes fall off while I'm there. Then I think I should be free for the rest of the night unless I go do something. I was thinking about doing something tonight. I don't remember. I genuinely do not remember what I was gonna try to do tonight, but that might just be finishing this book. Also, I really love how like the background and everything, this is like the most colorful thing in this whole shot. We go from the whites, the neutrals, into this like book. I really love this book. I also love this new filming spot that I found, because I'm trying to be more comfortable filming around other people. There's no one here right now, and last night my brother was here, but he was back in that room. But yeah, for right now, I'll check back in with you guys after I read a little bit more. I don't think I'll read any more this morning, because there's still a few things I have to do to get ready. But I definitely will check back in with you guys later, and I'm definitely trying to finish this book today because it's really good. Maybe I am a romance reader. Not a smut reader. Guys, I'm not a smut reader, but a romance. So far, this book has been clean, which is... I am back here with another update. I am about 48% of the way through this book. I'm on page 162 now. I'm still so interested in this book. It's like 5-star because I don't think I'm gonna like read forever and ever, but I feel like it's gonna fall in that 4.25, 4.5 star range right now because I've been really enjoying this book. Because if you hear background noise, mother is blending something up right now for food. I don't know. But this book is just so good. Like, I always come back and I read these romances and I'm like, I don't like romance, but maybe I am a romance reader. Because every time I've read a romance pretty much liked it. Obviously, I'm not die-hard romance reader because I don't read that many, and I will probably continue not to read that many romances. But this one, maybe I've gotten lucky with just getting all romance that I like. I don't know. But this one, I really like how the non-linear timeline is working out to where we're almost like it's 2 books, where we have the first book and then we have the sequel to it, which is set like 20 years later, because their teenage years are affecting what's happening to them right now in the story. So it's very interesting to see how it's playing out because we don't know entirely what happened between them when they were teenagers, which is the reason we don't know why their relationship is the way it is now, because they're not close and they obviously did not end on good terms. I'm really curious to see what the big event in their teenage years was, because everything that's going on in their adulthood is coming back to that one thing basically. I'm also scared because there is something that could happen in this book that will make me very upset. I don't know if I can say it because I don't want to spoil anything, but basically, I don't know if I should say. I don't think I should. But anyway, that's my update for right now. I don't know if I'll finish this today. Maybe. We're hoping. I'm not rushing through it because my Kindle's still with my friend and I probably will not get it back today. I don't know. I really want to finish this tonight though, because I also want to start Atomic Habits, which I have right here, for my other channel, which I might start anyway. Just have started. Y'all, this book is crazy. It's crazy. Genuinely, truly crazy. Okay, I don't know where I'm at a rating at all anymore. This book has a lot of controversies in it. Some of the controversies in it are against what I personally believe. Again, I don't hate anyone who disagrees with me, obviously, because that's not what I believe. I don't hate anyone, because there's a difference between disagreeing with someone and hating them, and so, yeah. On from that, those controversies might affect my rating depending on how this book ends and what else is said, because there was something that was I'm not gonna spoil. There was something that was mentioned in this book that was very heavily implied that this was going to happen, but I don't think it's actually ended up that way, because this story is slowly revealing what happened to Grant and Tess when they were in high school, and at first it was implying something was happening that I was like, I don't agree with that, and then it's starting to hint that that actually didn't happen, which, I kid you not, while I was on my walk listening to the audiobook, I was like, because that's when the controversial thing was revealed. It was revealed during my walk, and I was like, oh no, there's other options, guys. Wait, hold on, we can get out of this. And I think they might have, sorry, it's telling me my camera's not centered. I was like, why is it doing that? That's aggravating me. Like, hold on, there's other options. Why are we doing it like this? And then it's starting to hint at the other options that I was thinking of. And obviously, if you read this book and get to the part where I'm at, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. Content warnings for this book. It does have the F word. It's not frequent. Here's my standards with the F word. If it's like saying it like a lot, then I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to continue it. But if it like says it, but it's not like, you know, their page or like frequently, then I'm like, okay. I don't have like a specific count that I'm going for, because I just don't like when a book curses a lot. But this book, it does say the F word, but it doesn't curse as much as you think a romance book for nowadays would. When it does say the F word though, it is more at like the same point, like a couple times, but it's not like around throwing it around. So yeah, and there's also one very small spice scene. It's not like it's easy to skip because it's at the end of a chapter, so it's more fade to black. It's a fade to black scene, so that's another content warning, and that's the only thing that's happened at this point. And there's also a lot of mentions of spice in this book. There's my content warning for right now, but I'm not finished yet, so we never know what's gonna happen. But since I talked to you guys last, so much has happened. As I said, this thing has been revealed, and the controversial thing for me had been revealed, and then it's where I wanted it to go, which I'm really hoping and praying it does get there. And then there's also a lot going on that I'm just like, well, why is this going? Because it's making me mad, kind of what's happening. Right now this book is right now it's at like a 3.5, I think, because I've really loved reading this book, but the way it's ending is really upsetting me. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I seriously think I'm gonna finish this tonight, because I don't have work tomorrow. I don't have to wake up early, even though I'll probably wake up at 8 anyway, so I can go on my 3-mile walk. I have this much left. This book can either go north or south, which right now I'm so upset. I need someone to read this book so I can talk to them, so I can talk about it with them, because it's really upsetting me. I'm gonna have to rant to somebody about this. But yeah, that's all for now. I'm seriously getting close to the end. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. I can't. This book is like really upsetting me. Wow. Today's filming could literally be its own video. I'm sorry if this video is really long. I'm really sorry. Also, I probably will finish this book tonight. We're just going to say I am going to. I probably will choose from more of my... Because I have these 4 books right here I have not read. And they're all book of the month. So I've only read this one, and then this one I DNF'd halfway through, and then I've read this one, which was about to get DNF'd, but I was like, there's still hope, and that hope might be coming true. I seriously hope it's coming true. I seriously hope. Okay, I'm gonna read. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go read now. Peace! I'll talk to y'all later. Morning, you guys. It is now Tuesday. Finished the summer we ran. Y'all, what I wanted to happen happened. Well, actually, no. Well, it kind of happened, but no, it didn't happen. The controversial thing that I didn't like that was going to happen in this book did not happen in this book. so we were saved. I don't even know what I'm going to rate this book, and I finished it last night and I had the whole night to think about it because I liked it. I really did like it, but I don't know like I want it to be rated. This book wasn't fast-paced, but it wasn't like, it didn't feel slow, probably because I listened to a lot of it on audiobook because I listened to it while I was doing stuff and I walked for like an hour. But I think I'm gonna rate this one 3.75 stars because there were controversial things in my opinion that I didn't like, and that really made me upset. And then I feel like we also didn't get a lot of closure at the end of the book. It kind of with an ambiguous ending because you don't really know what's gonna happen. And then something happened between 4 people in this book, well, kind of between 2 people and then 2 other people, and I really didn't like the way that ended because that's probably just gonna be my opinion because like I can't spoil it, but what happened between these 2 pairs of characters separately, like same thing happened basically, but they're separate. I just didn't like how it ended because I don't know, I can't really say anything without spoiling it, and I've gotten comments like, Judy, you spoil books. So I'm really trying to be careful without spoiling now. But I think my rating's gonna rest at a 3.75. If I do keep thinking about it, it might go up to a 4 stars, but I don't think it will. But yeah, I'm gonna put this book away now. The next thing I wanna read is The Man Made of Smoke by Alex North. This is a thriller, I believe. I think it is. It seems pretty seems pretty thrillery. This will be the first thriller I've ever read if I actually get through it. Because Loki, it's about a serial killer. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is crazy things happening right now. But I'm really excited for this. As you can tell, it's another Book of the Month book. Wouldn't it have been crazy if Book of the Month sponsored today's video? They didn't, but it would have been crazy. So I'm probably going to listen to this on audiobook because I'm about to go on my walk. I try to walk 3 miles every day, and when I don't have anything in the mornings, I like to wake up at 8 and go on a walk. I'm probably gonna start this on audiobook because I think this book is like, the words are kind of smaller than usual. This might be an adult novel. I hope I like it. What if it's a DNF? That would be kind of really depressing. I mean, I don't necessarily want to read this. I want to read the Six Shattering book because I need to be finished with that series finally. But my friend still has it, and I probably will not get that. I probably will not get my Kindle back until tomorrow. So I'm gonna be stuck with this one. I mean, it seems pretty interesting. I mean, like, you can't not appreciate the cover. The game plan for this morning is I'm going to go on my 3-mile walk. Game plan for this morning is I'm going to read my Bible and go on my walk. Good morning, you guys. If you could not tell, I did just shower, so please ignore that. I did not read that much. I read about 18 pages. I made it to chapter 2 of this book, and that's it. Yesterday I did have a lot, though. I went to the gym, I went to the pool, and then I hung out with my parents a little bit, which is fun. I guess I did, in all reality, have a lot to read, but I don't know if this book is one that I do actually want to read right now. I'm not saying that I don't like it. It's just doesn't seem like the book that I should read right now because I'm not that into it, even though from what I've read already, I'm interested. But I just feel like I'm not in the mood for it. And if I'm not in the mood for it, I feel like I'm gonna rate it worse automatically. I think I did get my Kindle back today though, which is exciting. I think it's in the car, which is not at the house right now, but I think it is in the car, so I think I can get it back. And with whatever's going on over here with the lighting, just ignore that also because that's distracting me. But I do have to leave for work in less than an hour, so yeah. If I do, in fact, have my Kindle back today, I probably will not read this one right now. I'll probably go ahead and read the Six Shattering book. But I might pick this one back up in this video, and maybe if not, because I definitely will read it because it definitely seems interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will pick this part of this up today. I most likely will not finish it unless I like binge it. That's pretty much it for right now. I probably will not check back in with you guys till after work. Right now I'm going to read my Bible, morning Bible reading done. Yes, we need that. Loki, we need that. Okay, this video kind of derailed because I unexpectedly went to Arkansas for just today, Thursday, for one of my brother's baseball games, and then we're driving all the way back to Kansas today. So this video is kind of derailing from like what I read in a week to just me randomly filming anything. So as you can tell, I went to Barnes & Noble and I'm going to do a little bit of a book haul. First we got Light Lark by Alex Astor. It's a YA fantasy. I've heard so many good things about it, so I obviously had to pick it up. And then I also got Nightbane, the second book. Also, if you hear background noise, it's because I'm literally at the baseball game. I'm just sitting in the car, right? So I got these two books, which I've heard they're pretty good. And then there's a third book. I just didn't get that one. I stopped filming for a second because people were walking by and it was embarrassing. But the last book I got was The Wicked King by Holly Black. I don't know if you've seen it, but in the background of all my videos, you should have seen The Cruel Prince at any given time. It's usually been in the stack of books right on my nightstand. But I've read the series already, and I've had that book for 2 years, and I've always wanted to get the rest of the book series, but I haven't. But you got that discount, so had to get it. So I finally got the second book, and now we just have to get the third book, and then I'll have the complete trilogy. So you know. Today I haven't read anything today. I'm planning on reading, don't worry. I'm planning on doing a little bit of reading. I have filmed some YouTube shorts because I gotta get back on that grind because low-key I'm dwindling and I'm losing everybody, so subscribe. But I don't know, I'm definitely gonna read today. I still have not gotten my Kindle back. I thought I was going to, but I haven't gotten my Kindle back. So yeah, exciting, that's fun. I should get it back soon, I hope. And if not, that's kind of really sad. But right now, I might film some more, and then I'm going to maybe edit part of this video, and then maybe I'll read. I don't know. I'll film when I start reading, because that's the only thing you guys care about. Okay, you guys, it is the next day now. It is Friday. It's just 2:50 right now. I'm gonna do an update on what happened yesterday because I did read a lot, actually. So I read more. Well, I actually haven't read this book at all yet. I've just been listening to it on audiobook, which I think I might just listen to the full thing on audiobook because I really like the voice on audiobook. The guy has an accent and everything, and it's really cool. It's really hard to follow, and I feel like it's easier for me to follow it while listening to it rather than reading it, so I don't get distracted as easy. Then I also started The Traveler's Gift by Andy Andrews. This is a book my dad gave to me for Easter, and I finally started it in the car yesterday. And I'm about halfway through, so I'm going to try to maybe finish this one today at least. And then I'm also about halfway through of The Man Made of Smoke. This book is so interesting so far. Just for some background of what it's about, this book follows a guy named Daniel, or Dan, you could call him. And when he was younger, he had an encounter with a serial killer. He obviously didn't get killed because this book's about him when he's older. And that led him into a life where he deals a lot with criminals. He's like a therapist for convicted criminals and stuff. He also helps the police and people. So his father dies under suspicious circumstances, and so he goes back to his hometown to figure out why, and this leads him back to the murder he witnessed as a child. A lot of that's being brought back up. There's also another murder that's being investigated at his hometown that his father had discovered happened before his father obviously died. And so this one, the reason I say this is confusing is because it follows different POVs, but it doesn't really make it obvious that you're going to another POV. It doesn't say the name of the character at the beginning of the chapter. It kind of lets you know who it is a little bit. So I think we've followed like 4 POVs so far. It's not consistent. The main 2 we followed is his father before his father died and him, Daniel. So we've also followed one of the kids, and we've also followed a security guard or a police officer while he was on duty. It's just a little confusing, but so far it's pretty good. I'm thinking this one's a 3 stars because it's not too good, but it's also not bad. It's really interesting. But I was reading in the gym yesterday, and I was on the treadmill because I was cooling down, and I just like had to take a second because I was like, what just happened? Because you're slowly discovering more and more about not only the case that's currently being investigated, but also the case that Daniel witnessed. So it's really interesting. It is pretty slow pace. It is pretty slow paced. That's why I'm listening to it on audiobook, because I liked slower paced books on audiobook, because it's just so much better. Then the next book I was reading is The Traveler's Gift. As I told you, I'm halfway through. This book follows a guy named David. He's like 40s, and a lot is going on in his life. He just got laid off from his job. He is behind on his car payment, his house payment, and he feels very disconnected from his family, his wife and his 12-year-old daughter. And so one day he's driving, and he had gotten a job. I forgot where it was, but he had gotten a job somewhere, and he had just been laid off from there. And so he was driving, and then he sped up to drive. I think he wanted to kill himself, which is kind of crazy. And then he runs into a tree, and then he wakes up, and he's in an office, and it's the office of, I forgot who it was. Truman, maybe? What was it? He wakes up in the office of President Truman, and he's like, how did I get here? And basically he's going on this journey through past events that have happened, and he's learning these 7 decisions for success. So far he's visited Truman and then some other, I'm not going to spoil it because this book is low-key pretty good. I'm liking it. It's a nice little short read. I just have this much left. The thing that I don't like about this book is the chapters are pretty lengthy. They're pretty lengthy. Not at first, but as I get through the book, they get longer, but it's really interesting. And I'm really curious to see where it goes. I think I have an idea of where it's going to go, because it's kind of those books where you're kind of having this really terrible life at the beginning, and then he's going to get a better life. Right now I'm on like the 5th or 6th decision or tip for success, I guess. It's pretty interesting, so yeah, I'm going to go read some more, I think, and I'll check back in with you guys later. I think I'm going to end this video today because I need time to edit. Okay, you guys, it's a week later now. I didn't end up filming anything for the rest of that day, and I also don't think I read that day either. So here we are. I did not end up finishing this book during the video, but I have finished it now. I'm not sharing my rating. You guys can come back to my channel to find out my rating of this book, or go check out my Fable. But anyway, this is the only book I ended up finishing that week, but I still feel like I read a lot, because I got more than halfway through this book. And then there was another book that I got pretty far into. I also never got my Kindle back until this week that I'm filming this. So, yeah, didn't get that back. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please press the subscribe button and like this video. And, you know, comment something down below. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.